What's up, YouTube? Back to you guys with another great video today. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about finance today. So I'm sure a lot of you guys probably are familiar with this content creator, Caleb Hammer. He's got 200,000 plus subscribers on his Clips channel alone and counting. I'm not sure how much he has on his main channel. I'm sure it's way more, but very great content creator. He goes over people's finances and helps them out to see where they can improve their budget, but he has his own little twist to it. But without further ado, let's jump straight on into it and see what we can get out of it.
If we are trying to get below the credit limit,
Yeah.
What's my question?
Okay, looks like she got over 2K in debt on this credit card. That's what I'm guessing off of this one. All right, let's keep going.
No, I'm like,
Really? You don't know what my question's about to be?
why am I paying the minimum? Is that your question?
Why the f are you possibly purchasing on this card?
Food, Amazon.
Look back to my question. I'd like you to hear it again. Why the f are you possibly purchasing on this card?
Well, I can't make any more purchases on it because I'm over the limit. But before it got over the limit.
Absolute. I know. Stop for a second.
Okay.
Just stop for a second.
All
Are you
right.
being serious?
Yes.
Are you legitimately, because like that kind of delusion doesn't seem realistic to me.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
And the fact that you've mentioned loving Love Island and all that, it's just like I'm immediately questioning, is this woman putting on an act?
I did not mention Love Island, first of all.
The other ones.
Married at First Sight.
Sure.
So no,
Yes.
it's not an act. And no, like I don't.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm already starting to get annoy my damn self. You know what he's asking you, like, why are you playing dumb? Like, come on, we all grown ups. Like, you signed up to be there, so it's be direct. Like, you know what he's asking you. What we, whatever. Let's keep going.
Don't budget. I've admitted that like many times. I don't budget, and I need
It's not
to.
about budgeting.
Okay.
You said you know this is at the credit limit and you want to get it below so your minimum payments are lower.
So
Then why would we purchase on this card?
But we're not.
This card.
We're not.
You did in this statement.
Before,
This statement. We're only talking
Caleb.
about this. Oh, hey, no. We're only talking about the fucking statement that exists.
Yeah, and if you look at it, what purchases are on the statement, Caleb? There aren't any purchases on that statement because the card was over the
Not
limit.
true. That's not true. I have the statement literally in front of me.
Okay,
so
tell
I don't
me
know
what
what
I
the
bought.
you're talking about.
Tell me what I bought.
DoorDash and something on Apple.
If you're looking to learn how to
Alright,
trade,
that-
a community
that's gonna be
is
definitely-
very important. And I've joined previous communities.
Get out of here, you.
Yeah,
Okay.
talking about
Tell me what I bought.
DoorDash and something.
DoorDash, Chick-fil-A. Not gonna lie, Apple, they do just be billing you out of nowhere to be billing you. So you really gotta pay attention to Apple. Those are some random payments from Apple a lot of times. So I won't dig her too much for that. But the Chick-fil-A, come on, baby girl.
Something on Apple.
Yeah,
DoorDash. That's more important than having lower than a card.
Didn't I say food? And $9.99
You
is
did, but you just told me. Oh, this conversation is gonna push me to my limit. I can already tell. You just told me that there was no purchase on the statement right in front of me. Then there obviously is two of them, and one of them is the DoorDash, one of the most expensive ways to get food ever. So what are you talking about?
Well, you made it seem like I was charging.
Oh, lordy. Look, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm this financial guru. I'm the best with finances ever. The only debt I have left is my student loan debt. I don't have any other debts. But Jesus Christ, sweetheart, why are you being so difficult? You wanted to be there. Why are you being so goddamn difficult? Oh my God. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this, y'all. We got this.
while it was over the limit, and that's not accurate.
I specifically asked why, if we are trying to be below the limit, are you spending on this card? As in, you pushed yourself into the limit, and then the interest pushed you over. Why are you pushing yourself to the limit on this card?
Y'all knows how he was almost about to talk to his teeth like he 50 Cent. What are you doing? Oh, Lord. This is very entertaining, if I'll say the least, if anything else.
That was the card that I had money available on.
Okay. Fun fact. We probably can't afford DoorDash then. Okay?
It was either that or food.
Oh my. It
or
was either
groceries.
that. Groceries.
So would have been better to say HEB?
Yes, because that amount of money at HEB could stretch further. That could get you 2 meals instead of 1 DoorDash.
It was 2 meals.
That could get you 4 meals instead of 2 DoorDash.
Have you bought eggs lately?
You don't have to. Guys, hey, fun fact. Go walk into a grocery store tomorrow. You'll find that the only thing they sell there are eggs.
No, I'm just saying, if you periodically go to the grocery store to buy necessities, $25, because that's the amount that we're talking about for DoorDash. It was $26 and some change. That is not going to get me 4 meals.
Example, because it's meal prepping, there's $25 here. You take that's close to 10% of the monthly budget I am able to get you to get 3 solid meals a day plus snacks in a healthy caloric way
On
for a full
$25?
month. That's almost 10% of a monthly budget. I can get
$25?
you oh my, do you understand what $25 is 10% of? $250.
Okay, so
Also, eggs, you can get a dozen, double age,
$4, yes, $3.80 something.
$3.40.
See, so like I said, like it's either
So
that
congratulations! I don't know if you know this. Oh, I'm legitimately very angry right now. Am I angry because of something before this episode? Probably not, because nothing happened. But I'm angry. You are pissing me off. You could get 7.5 dozen eggs. 7.5 dozen eggs. I'm doing like Trump hands right now. That's how pissed you're making me. But fantastic eggs, the most fabulous eggs. You could have had so many eggs, and you could have the meals, the scrambled eggs you could have had in just your example, because eggs is what you care to bring up when I push back on DoorDash.
Yo, this dude funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. He killed it with the Trump hands. He killed it. Oh man, this is gold. And that's why he is a great content creator. Jesus Christ, that is hilarious. And matter of fact, let's see how many eggs that is off. 7 times 12, what is that? 70, 77, 84. So then another 6. That's 90 eggs. See, I was about to pull out my calculator. I didn't even need it. Just need to do a little mental math, just say it out loud in my head. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's just double check. Just make sure my math ain't wrong. I know some of y'all guys like to get on people. So let me make sure I ain't crazy. Let's do this. 7.5 times 12. That is... voila, 90. Look at that. Stay in school, kids.
The dozens of eggs you could have had.
because all
Would
I
have
want
been-
is eggs, right?
Huh?
Because yeah, all I want is eggs.
It was your f***ing example. That was
Okay.
an incorrect.
But I was trying to make a point. You were making a point. I was making a point. I'm
But
not
your
allowed to
point
make
is
a point?
incorrect.
No, it's not.
It objectively is. We
No.
just went over how in
Man, I'm not sure we're gonna talk too much about finances in this video. I'm not gonna lie. I probably should have picked a different one because we're more so going in circles about her trying to play dumb and be difficult more than we are talking about budget and finance. Jesus Christ. My bad, y'all. Well, we here now. I just find another video, I guess, but fuck it, we here now. Screw it. Let's keep going.
what f***ing way?
Because your statement was, for the amount of money that I spent that day on DoorDash, I could have bought 4 meals instead
Yeah,
of
7.5 dozen eggs could stretch further than 4 meals.
Nobody's going to eat that many eggs.
That's your choice.
Nobody's going to eat that many eggs, Caleb. It's
Oh,
not
great.
good for
So
your
it's 8 meals.
cholesterol. That's not good for your cholesterol.
It's a. How have you
Are you
existed?
on blood pressure medicine?
I probably should be after this conversation.
you
This
should
is probably
look
why your
into
business
that.
hasn't launched in 2.5 years of trying, because you don't know how to think through anything critically. That's ridiculous. $25? Okay.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
Okay. Rotisserie chicken. Boom, there's a meal. $5. HEB. You could go get the little meal. They have the meal prepped meal, or they have the frozen or refrigerated meals.
I've never seen a rotisserie chicken for $5 at HEB.
Okay, then you've just never had eyeballs. I don't know what the to tell you.
seen a rotisserie
Okay, yes, I have. It's right here. Are you kidding me? It's literally right here. What are you talking about? How do you push back on everything? Shut the up. Some things just are. Some things just are.
Okay. And
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I just preferred to have a salad that day.
There it is. It's a preference. There it is. You should have said that the whole damn time. Okay. That's all it was. It was you wanted. You wanted.
Okay.
You could have done better. You chose not to. So why are you arguing this?
I'm not.
Capital One, regular one. $1,308.50.
Okay. Now, now we might actually get into a little bit of budgeting. Oh my God. Okay, let's read on this real quick. So we got 1,300 right there, minimum payment of 47, which is insane to me, but whatever. Wait, payment, receive, wait, $40. Interest, want to pay off, for example. Well, it's pretty little over double on the minimum, but still nowhere touching the principal like that. And they got charged interest of $34.46. Yeah, I gotta understand the difference between interest and principal, and how that interest will eat you alive if you're just trying to do the minimum payments. A good rule of thumb is most people honestly don't need a credit card, God honest, because most people aren't physically responsible enough to not overspend on it because they think they have more purchasing power, which if utilized correctly, yes, but most people are too big of a consumer, especially a lot of women. And there ain't no diss to women, that's just the facts and statistics on the matter. So I gotta understand and look at the interest payments. If you're only paying the interest, that means you're just paying the percentage that you owe extra outside of the actual principal, which is the actual amount you owe. So let's say, use a flat number, you owe 50,000. 50,000 is the principal. That's the actual full amount you owe. But the interest on top of it is, let's just say they give you a 10% interest. What's 10% of 50,000? 5,000. So your full whole loan is $55,000 due to interest. That's not including if you have any late fees or anything like that. If for whatever reason life happens and you come up short on a payment or something like that, then it can go up even more. But it'll even show you in your statements when you're paying off loans, it'll show you how much is going towards the actual principal, the actual amount to lower it so you can get it out of debt faster, and what's going towards the interest. I got to read those statements and know how much you're paying in interest. Same way I need to look at your taxes. When y'all sitting there and y'all getting your taxes deducted out of your paycheck, you might want to look at that, see how much has been taken out of healthcare, how much has been taken out in FICO or Social Security or federal, state, and local tax. You want to be able to see all that stuff and get used to that stuff. A lot of people are scared to go on and look at their actual statements because they're scared to look at how much spending they actually did. They're scared to face the music. We got to be tough on ourselves. Same way he tough on her, that's how we got to be on ourselves so we can put ourselves in a better financial situation. Don't want to run from it. They'll make it 1,000 times worse. You see this right here. But let's see what goes on.
It's a $47 minimum monthly payment. Oh, we're over the limit again. So
Yes, we are.
oh, you wanted a salad? You could get one for $5. Southwest chicken entree salad. Very nice. Ooh, chef entree salad. That's $5.72 from HEB. Interest is accruing. Paid a little more than the minimum trying to get it.
What I'm really curious about is what does she do for a living? How much does she make annually to one justify the spending her spending isn't really justified. She spends too goddamn much. She ain't paying off her debt. I don't know if she has any other debt, but definitely it's credit card debt alone. But I would like to know how much she makes. That would definitely add more context to this, but let's keep going.
Under Capital One Walmart. We're addicted to Capital One.
Jesus. Almost 3,400 on this one. So she ain't in debt with one, she in debt with multiple. Now everybody need a credit card, but oh well.
Sorry, I want to calm down for a second. I want to know, what do you actually hope to get out of this conversation? Because I think one of the reasons why I'm pushed over the edge right now is because you just feel like, oh, you want to plug your candle company, you want to get a little bit of attention, you've wanted to be on reality TV, you want this, and it's pissing me off. What do you hope to get out of this conversation?
Well, I came on this show because I need help. I am 46. I'm closer to 50 than not. And I'm running out of time to get my financial together. Because retirement is
So what do you hope?
Happen.
What's the help you're hoping?
I'm hoping that somebody can help me create a usable budget. My issue with budgets is they're usually, don't buy anything. You don't need to buy anything because you're so much in debt. You're so poor. You don't need to get anything. Eat air.
Okay,
and
you're objectively not poor. You make a lot of money.
You know what I meant. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to work to spend every dime on bills. That will never happen in my lifetime.
Okay, you might never get out of debt.
And honestly, with the student loan debt that I have, I kind of had already resolved that, resigned to that fate. But what I do want to do.
So you've given up
on the student loan part? Yes, absolutely. But I feel like I can turn the rest of my financial situation around, and I want to do that. I genuinely want to do that.
But if you're not willing to
the candles was a gift, by the way. So to say that I'm here to plug my candle company, no, that's I don't know. Right, I didn't even mention the name of it.
Just makes me a bit nervous.
If it was about that, I think I would have mentioned the name of it.
It just makes me a bit nervous.
And all that kind of stuff, and I never did any of that. So I'd appreciate an apology for that. Thank you very much.
No. So I film 4 to 5 of these a week. Sure. So I've seen a lot of different people try to come on here for a lot of different reasons. Many episodes we have not uploaded.
Okay, fair.
And this resembles a lot of them, and that's what upsets me. But I am going to treat this, regardless, as you genuinely wanting help. So I've given myself a chance to take a deep breath. And your situation is scary for your age.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Calm down. I'm trying to bring us back into happiness.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't appreciate the accusation. Because if that was the case, I could get berated by, anybody else and actually plug my candle company that hasn't even launched yet.
Well, no, you didn't get accepted to be on any other show. Guys, just real quick, don't forget.
Oh, shit. That was good. Oh, Lord. So let me get this straight. To kind of wrap this up, since it's just a clip, I might actually try to find the full thing and probably not do the whole thing. It's probably long as hell, but get a little bit more context just to fully understand their stuff and see if they ever got to a more financial budgeting on it. But she's a 46-year-old woman, makes good money. Don't know how much that is, but makes good money. I wonder where she lives too, because that also plays a factor. And yeah, that's an issue with a lot of people that make a decent income. The reason why y'all see a lot of stuff where they say that people that are making $100,000 are living paycheck to paycheck, it's not because $100,000 isn't a lot of money. That's good money. Unless you like in say like LA or New York or Hawaii or something crazy like that. But outside of those places, that's still really good money. The issue is people's spending habits. People be living way too high up in their means. So let's just say, for all intents and purposes, let's just say she makes 150. Let's say she made 150. And she live in a place with a decent, where the cost of living isn't too high. Let's say she black, let's say Atlanta. Atlanta is not that bad. It's a little higher than most other places, but it's not New York or LA or nothing crazy like that. You can do very well off 150K in Atlanta. Now, if you sitting there wanting to be in this super duper nice luxury apartment, or you took out a mortgage, a high ass mortgage, well, not even a high mortgage, but you just didn't factor in all the other costs associated with a home, like insurance, maintenance, taxes, and HOAs if you have them. And you want to sit there and have a nice car, like you see how it is, all keeps stacking up and up and up, and you just die by a death by 1,000 cuts. You see how much she spent on her credit cards, and she just don't, and she is not budgeting correctly to pay those off. She just keeps overspending on multiple, and she has student loan debt. She says she gave up on just paying that off. Now I'm wondering what she went to school for. It clearly must have been for something good, 'cause she makes a lot of money. So she didn't go to school for no BS degree, or a bullshit degree, I should say. She went to school for a good degree. Obviously, she's making good money, or she could not have and found a way to do something else to make good money. I don't know. And apparently, she has some candle company or something like that. She got too much going on. She got way too much going on. And you see where her issue is? It's her mindset more than anything. She refuses to tamp down her lifestyle so that she can finally pay off her debt. It's cool to do something nice for yourself here or there, but it's got to make sense. As soon as she started making that money, I'm sure she went to get straight balling out, trying to get stuff she could never have before, and just had no self-control and still don't have any self-control. She even refuses to pay back her student loans, which a lot of people have, and she's 46. She's 46. So what do you think that what example she's setting for people younger than her? She's 46. She's almost 50. She almost 2 quotas. Jesus Christ, what? We gotta stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Let me get up off of this real quick. Let me do that. There we go. We have got I don't know, we just need to take breaks from social media or what. I don't know where all of us got this idea that we just need to live this luxurious lifestyle. Look, man, not everybody gonna get that. Now, if you want that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having wants. The problem comes into play is whether or not you have what it takes to achieve it and to be able to afford it for a lifetime. Not everybody meant to have something luxurious. You can have something nice here or there, but the further up you want to go, the more competitive it gets, and the less people is that's up there. It's like that for a reason. Whether it's in sports, you name it. The higher up you want to go, the more you want, the more you have to do to be able to achieve that stuff and maintain it. It is what it is. People, you just have to be okay with where you at and making the best out of that situation. And then look real deep down in yourself and think to yourself, do I have what it takes within me, not only to get there, but to keep myself there and have the discipline for it? Because I don't know what to tell you, but people that actually had a worth for their money. They wasn't scamming or nothing like that. They wasn't no athlete or no entertainer. They just went corporate America route or started their own business, things of that nature. If they went that route and they had to get it out the mud, they work 24/8, not 24/7, 24/8. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they make a lot of money, and they can buy us about almost whatever they want. But it ain't come free. I don't know where people got this idea where it's just bosses sitting up on beaches, sipping out of coconuts, and business running itself, and they hardly got to do anything. It don't know. Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, he works all the goddamn time. That man don't take days off. He was just working with the president with Department of Government Efficiency and still trying to run his multiple companies. The richest man in the world still be working crazy, be working nonstop. If the richest man in the world works crazy hours, always working, is always on go, 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 go 24/8, what the hell makes you think you can sit there and live this luxurious lifestyle without busting your ass for it? People need to be real with themselves, man. We got to educate ourselves and get more financial literacy. You know what I mean? And yes, be comfortable where you at. There's nothing wrong with where you at. Fix what you already got, make the best out of that, and then figure out how to scale up from there. We are skipping too many steps. Like I said, this not me sitting here talking like I'm the best in the world or I got everything figured out. I want us all to come together and do better as a collective. Like I said, the only debt I have left is my student loan debt, which I'm paying off right now. Hell, I might mess around and go join the goddamn military or something like that and have them pay it off. Whatever, but I don't have any other debts. I ain't got no credit card debts. I ain't got no car debts. I don't own no home. I ain't got no other debts, just no medical debt, nothing. Just my student loans that I'm actively paying off right now. You know, you might see this bury me come out and I'll be in the military for all you know, but hey, at least I'll pay it off. And if not, then I'll just keep paying off what I'm doing now. And I'm not trying to do the income-based repayment plan. I don't recommend that either, but it is what it is. That's what some people can afford, but that's mostly because they tamped up their lifestyle and they don't want to bring their lifestyle down to where they can pay more off on their student loans. Tamp down your lifestyle. The last thing you want to truly try to live a lifestyle up to your means, but you got debt. I don't recommend it even if you don't have debt, but it's 1,000 times worse if you do. Get rid of your debt. Stop overspending. And yes, some of you might have to go without for a little while, for a year or two, before you can start spending a little bit of money on yourself. Delayed gratification. I'm sorry. Life ain't fair. Life ain't nice. But you don't want to be in her situation. You pushing 50, gave up on paying off your student loans, and you got a whole bunch of other credit card debts and all this other stuff. God knows what else. She's struggling with her business, probably losing money on that. And she probably ain't got nothing in her retirement. Probably ain't got diddly shit in her 401k. Probably ain't got a Roth or IRA. Probably ain't even got nothing invested in the stock market, nothing like that. Just spending money, trying to live a lifestyle that she actually can't afford, even though she makes really good money, wherever the hell it is that she do. It's not okay. We ain't even mention whether or not she got kids or not. Like I said, we don't know. We don't know everything about her situation, but yes, what we do know based on what was said in that small clip, said enough as it is. So let me get off my soapbox. Probably do a few other reactions to his. I actually kind of like this. Like I said, I don't do it just for y'all. I do it for myself as well. Just keep my reminder myself to keep myself down. So I, you know what I'm saying, pay off the last bit of my student loans, started putting myself in a better financial situation. And like I said, I don't want to just grow. I want y'all to grow with me. I want this to be a community where we just better ourselves and have fun reacting to other stuff too. But other than that, drop it down below in the comments what y'all think. Let me know what y'all got going on. Are you living below your means? Do you think you should take more time off to figure out how to get? I'm just saying shit at this point. I'll probably cut this out. Maybe not. Oh well. I'm still working on this YouTube stuff. Who cares? Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll get back with you guys next time. Peace.